comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him?
Throwing on first down. Rich. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this right upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're out.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Off the play fake. Rich. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Operating from the gun. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Here's 2nd and 3. At the 3-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Rich. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Snowhawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot in the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Man. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kennedy. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Horn. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a give right side. Holiday. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Rich. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. On first down, Rich got his man complete over the middle. It's Phillips. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Rich. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Call that a gain of 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense.
Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
22 yards there, a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Holiday. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Rich.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Patterson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Off play action. Man. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Man. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw on 2nd down. Man.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Off the play fake. Rich. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 38.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Man, over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Man. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Lions.
Operating from the gun. Man. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Man. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that, but I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10. Rich.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Holiday. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Man, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Man. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Looking to throw. Man. He finds his man. Complete. It's Kennedy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Caldwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
From the gun on 3rd down. Man. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown! A big play there. 72 yards.
And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Man. His throw incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down.
Throwing on 1st down. Man. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie.
Complete to number 86. It's a gain of 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
39-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got this one complete to McKenzie. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons.
Complete to number 21.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Man, Caldwell's got it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Hauled in here, Caldwell. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Off play action. Man. And he completed 7 straight passes before that one as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Yards to go.
Back to throw. Man. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start by heading out west. State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the 2nd quarter. The Cardinals trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Trevor Lawrence, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. and that one all tied.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Lions.
Slot man moves right. On first down, Horn. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Off the play fake. Man. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they?
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Man. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Horn. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Lions.
Looking to throw. Man. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Second and inches at the 45-yard line.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off the play fake. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Phillips. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rich. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That was 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Off play action. Rich. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Snowhawks have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Taken at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Man. Campbell making the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll run on first down. Horn, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Man. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Man. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Man. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Man. That's complete right around the 8. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Man. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Rich. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Holiday. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On 1st down, man. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
And 7 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Man. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Kennedy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st down, Lions.
On 1st and 10. Man. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Man. Wide open receiver, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Man. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Man. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Man. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich.
Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rich. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Rich. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To the sideline and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Man. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Man. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So here come the Lions now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Man. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Back to throw. Man. And that's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3.
A gain of 7. And the Lions 1st down.
Looking to throw. Man. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Man. A quick throw there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pressure comes and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're on fourth down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really?
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Holiday. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on second down. Man, he's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, man. He finds his man complete. That's Kennedy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Toronto, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.